Welcome back everybody, back with the video. Today we're going to be talking about what is going to be upcoming on Wednesday, technically Thursday. Now we do have a lot of good stuff coming out on this update. It is going to be a big update. It really is going to be. So if you've been asking about the brand new sets when they are dropping, it is going to be Wednesday. Now let's get into it. So there is quite a bit of stuff they did mention in the live stream. Again, it's been about, what, 3 weeks already? It has been a very, very quick 3 weeks, I will say. I did not think it has been already 3 weeks since the live stream where they showed Genesis Raz, Lady of the Scales, the cake event, all that. It's been 3 weeks. It didn't feel like it, but it is. If you go to their YouTube channel and you click their YouTube and go to their live section, you will see it's been about 3 weeks. Now, let's get into it, right? So we have obviously 2 new sets coming into play. We have a reversal set, which is going to be a 4-piece, 15% speed increase, and it has a 50% CR on revival. But it has to be upon death by enemy attack, and it increases in CR, right? So I'm pretty sure if you don't have... Okay, I'm pretty sure if you have this set on and you do not die from enemy attack, I don't know if it increases the CR or not. I would think it's weird, right? It's weird how they worded it. So, like, if Ruel dies, just let's say from poison or anything, does that mean she's only be getting her 50% CR from her passive, right? Not really the set. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know how it works. We'll have to wait and see when it does come out on Wednesday/Thursday. More than likely, it is going to be Thursday because of maintenance and all that. But again, it does state upon death by enemy attack. So I'm not too sure how it really works when it comes to bleed, burn, and all that. I'm assuming it should work, but they did state that inside the live stream that it specifically has to be upon death by enemy attack. I don't know about, burn and all that good stuff. So we'll have to wait and see about that. But again, reversal set looks very, very promising. Now, it's mainly going to be for knights, all right? You could potentially maybe do something with May Chloe and the whole team of May Chloe, make somebody with May Chloe, right? A whole team units. But they need the reversal set. And if it works like how I'm thinking, May Chloe and the other 3 units on this specific set, hey, that sounds kind of disgusting. That really sounds kind of disgusting if it's actually going to work like that, all right? Because, again, I'm saying everybody, May Chloe and the whole team, have reversal sets. May Chloe is one of the few units I can think of that gives a AoE revive. So, and if everyone has the set, that seems really, really good. But again, we'll have to see when it does come out. Next is going to be Repulsal Set. Repulsal Set is another 4-piece set, and it has a 70% chance to counterattack on a miss. Going to be very, very good when it comes to Flan. It's also going to be very, very good in terms of just any unit that does have inbuilt dodge, or, honestly, any unit that is paired with Setsuka. Setsuka has a 30% flat evasion for the entire team. Her artifact gives her 20%. So, this is going to be really, really good, specifically for any thieves, and anybody you really draft with alongside Setsuka. Now, I would not really recommend building your draft around Setsuka, putting them on this set. Let's say you go in RTA, right? And you build a Pacific team on Repulsal Set to play with Setsuka. I could see it work, but if they bad or pre-bad to Setsuka, she's gone. And then there goes your entire idea, right? Especially for units who don't have inbuilt dodge, right? Specifically, again, this is mainly better for units who have inbuilt dodge. New Kid Aiden, Afternoon Soak Flan, Rylet, any thief, honestly, because of the artifacts. Thieves are the only ones that I can think of, I'm pretty sure, that has a inbuilt dodge on a said artifact, right? So there's really not that many units that actually can dodge besides thieves, right? So just keep that in mind. Overall, I think it is going to be a very, very nice set, but you do have to be careful now with these 2 new sets, because now if you fight some units, you have to think to yourself, what, are they on this set? Are they on that set? Who knows? Who knows? Now, they do mention in the live stream the new sets would not be acquired from hunts. I'm going to be assuming they are not going to be acquired from Rift as well. So, we are getting new content, which is going to be Otherworld Breach, new current Spectre Cores. The Exchange Spectre Cores is going to cost about 160 energy, and you can only do it 3 times a day. Keep that in mind. 3 times a day for 160 energy. Or, if you have leaves stocked up, which hopefully you do, it is unlimited exchanges. So keep that in mind. Leaves are going to be very, very important when it comes to this Otherworld Breach. Because the only way to really get in there after you do the 160 energy 3 times a day is basically using your leaves. Alright? Now, that's very, very important. So hopefully you either waited on your RAS missions for this, or you have a lot of leaves stocked up, because this is going to be a very, very good content to start farming, right? The equipment drop rates are going to be 3 times more than hunts and rift. That is kind of insane when you really think about it. 3 times more is quite insane. Now, again, it is going to be dropping its own epic equipment, which is very, very nice. Now, it's not really better than epic equipment. It's literally the exact same thing, but it drops without flats, and it will only high roll. So that is very, very important to note, right? Yes, it costs a lot of energy in there to get into the Otherworld Breach, Spectre Cores and all that. It is expensive in terms of energy, but it is definitely worth the payoff, right? No flats, only high rolls. Like, that's really, really good for the amount of energy we're going to be burning. Now, again, we'll see more when it does come out on Thursday, but overall, it already looks good. But now keep in mind, it is not only going to be limited to these 2 new sets. We are also beginning this on every single hunt. Yes, every single hunt will have the Otherworld Breach, technically, kind of, right? But we are going to need the Spectre Cores to pretty much enter into the hunts one, right, as well. So keep that in mind. Also, yes, I got to repeat myself on this. Stats will not be higher than the current equipment. It is not a power creep in terms of gear. It's literally the exact same thing, but the gear just cannot low roll, right? Also, like I did say, it will be added to existing hunts, but we do need the Spectre Cores. Also, it will not be dropping crafting mats or other currencies. So, you know how hunts right now, if you farm hunt 13, it is not going to be dropping it's going to be dropping bookmarks, sky stones, dust, and all that good stuff. It does drop that while you farm hunts, right? But if you farm the Otherworld Breach, difficulty in terms of the hunts, it is not going to be dropping any crafting mats or currencies. So keep that in mind, especially if you are free to play. Yes, it is going to be dropping much higher quality gear, and it cannot low roll, but that means you are not going to be getting anything in terms of, bookmarks, sky stones, dust, all that good stuff. It's not going to be dropping, and mats. So very, very important, right? But the equipment drop rate will be twice as higher than before. Very, very important. Also, they did mention hunts will be in an increased equipment drop rate by 15%. Overall, very, very good. All right, we will take an additional 15%, especially when it comes to hunts. I like this a lot. I like that they added it to hunts as well, because again, it really stops the whole power creep and all that good stuff. And it really does make hunts just irrelevant. But they are also increasing the equipment drop rate, which is a win-win situation. So we get more drop rate, and we have this whole new Otherworld Breach for it as well. Hey, that is good. That is good. They're also going to be increasing the inventory limit to 900. So we are going up by 200 slots. Very, very good. Hey, we got a lot of stuff coming on Wednesday. So hopefully you save your leaves, because that's very, very important to farm this unlimited, all right? And it is expensive, but it's definitely worth it. They also did mention about charms and gold quests, but it's not really set in stone, but they do plan to run those type of missions. But other than that, though, thank you for watching the video. Hope you have a good day, and I will see you guys later on. Peace out.